into the ring, the bell's about to chime. Turnbuckle Talk, we're here to shine. Flagship on the airwaves, leading the pack. Breaking news reviews, we've got your back. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle Talk, the voice of the fight. Every slam, every suplex, every highlight. Tune in weekly, don't miss a beat. For the latest in wrestling, we bring the heat. From AEW to WWE, we cover it all from A to Z. Interviews, insights, and match reviews. If it's wrestling news, we've got the clues. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle Talk, the voice of the fight. Every slam, every suplex, every highlight. Tune in weekly, don't miss a beat. For the latest in wrestling, we bring the heat.
After months of anticipation, MLW Fusion is back. And this isn't just another season. New faces, new opportunities, and a renewed vision for the future. The question is simple. Can MLW capitalize on the momentum? Tonight, we're going to kind of break down why MLW's Fusion return could mark the beginning of something special. A new era begins. I am Carl Carafel. I'm joined alongside OM Dynamic for this edition, episode number 477 of Turnbuckle Talk. Bro, it is good to have you here. We are Sans one, but we totally understand why, and we wishing Mr. Chris Best the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. And this is absolutely huge, and I can't wait to break down what MLW has. But even bigger, and I want to give thanks to you for allowing me to be a huge part of this. I love being here and doing this show each and every week with you and Mr. Best. But 23 episodes from 500.
Right? That's a huge milestone. A lot of podcasters and companies don't make it that far. So definitely a huge accolade and something that we are very, very proud of. And I'm sure in another 23 episodes, we're going to have something special for you as well on the 500th episode. This is episode 477, though. And let's make sure we get that logo up there so that everybody sees that and knows what they're looking for when they find anything Turnbuckle Studios. We do have about 6 topics to go through tonight, with obviously our main topic is going to be MLW Fusion and the excitement that is being built around that. But there's also some excitement being built around one superstar from TNA right now. Their contract is soon coming to an end. I believe it says that it's going to be about early July or sometime in July. But the WWE has shown interest in Mike Santana, the TNA World Champion. Now, with that contract coming to an end sometime in July, I understand that a lot of people are very happy with where they are and what they're doing within a company, right?
Yeah.
Could we see the same thing here with Santana, where he goes, I'm happy and I'm comfortable where I am within TNA, and I'm not going to really take a look at any other offers except an offer from TNA?
I think so, and I think that would actually be the best fit for him.
Okay.
He's really come into his own in TNA. We saw him there have success with LAX.
Oh, yeah.
We saw LAX leave for greener pastures in AEW, and they weren't utilized as well.
Right.
Mike Santana used this as the opportunity to really showcase not only himself, but help deal with his demons and help battle that. And really, you can attribute a lot of his success. So I think that this is the best fit for him. We've seen him
Okay.
do appearances in WWE, but I think he would just get lost in the shuffle, and he would probably be there a year and a half, and be on the release market.
Okay. So now what do you think his mindset is going to be if TNA does not offer him another contract?
I think you have to look at, I mean, definitely you take a look at a WWE, whether you want to go to NXT. But I've often said that I think a good fit for him, if he was going to be in WWE, would be in SmackDown with Damian Priest,
Yeah.
because they're both from the same area. I've even started thinking about, you've got Royce Keys, who grew up on the streets of San Francisco, Jacob Fatu. Now you can add Mike Santana and Damian Priest, and you can build that group from the streets.
Okay. Okay, I see what you're doing there. That's I think that's a really good idea, to be honest. I don't know necessarily that, going from TNA, where he's already been able to work closely with the WWE, because of the partnership that the two of them have, right? He may not even want to do the WWE and maybe looking elsewhere. There is, I mean, we're going to be talking about them later. MLW,
Yeah.
like, be a great addition for Ring of Honor, could be an amazing addition for the NWA.
Yeah.
So there's a number of different places that he could go, possibly look at if TNA does not offer him that type of a contract or a contract extension at all, as opposed to it always just being, oh, if they're leaving somewhere, they have to go to the WWE.
Yeah.
They be looking at them, right?
Yeah. I mean, you do have GCW, where we've seen LAX
Mm.
wrestle as well.
Right.
And then, I mean, let's take a look at the guys who are having the success on the indie market. And it started with the Drew McIntyres, the Matt Cardonas. But you look at a Killer Cross, you look at Nick Nemeth. But at the same time, I look at a guy like Moose and Eddie Edwards in TNA, who have stayed, where TNA has really lost a lot of their talent through the partnership with WWE.
Right.
And that talent really seems to have fallen flat in WWE.
Yeah, I would say so. Not being utilized as much as TNA was before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's coming up soon. We're looking at over a month, just over a month away. We will see where Santana lands and ends up, whether it is continuing with TNA or whether it is being able to go somewhere else. Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. Bubba coming in saying, you're forgetting about Canada's own Maple Leaf Wrestling or Maple Leaf Pro. Yeah, I mean, that definitely is another beautiful area. They are, on cable television now.
Yeah.
Right? Like they've gotten onto a network. They're right there. So I mean, Santana as well could go up to Canada to work for Maple Leaf Pro. And I think that would be an amazing addition for Maple Leaf. Yeah, he has friends there.
Yep.
Right. So could be a fantastic inclusion for sure. We do have another superstar that we'd like to talk about. And this one here, I'm getting a little bit comfortable for, because, well, I may not be as old as he is, but some days I feel as old as he is. We're talking the 72-year-old Tony Atlas, Mr. USA. Bro, what can we say right now about Tony Atlas and him capturing a championship? I mean, what?
Right? It bears in mind, I ain't as good as I once was, but I was good once as I ever was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Tony Atlas, I'm going to say this. Can we get Tony Atlas defending this title against Mike Jackson?
Yeah. Right? Right? I mean, the possibility for that should definitely be there at some point for this. You don't know, we're talking about ISPW Wrestling. Tony Atlas winning his first singles championship in nearly 2 decades. Let that sink in for a minute. Captured the Tri-State Championship. The win came at the ISPW Baseball 2 event at the Wallington High School in Wallington, New Jersey. I don't know what to say about this, but good for you, Tony Atlas. Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I know we talk about all of these guys who keep trying to give it one more go round. You know, the Ric Flairs, Terry Funk, who retired and unretired countless times.
Right. How many times?
Even Mick Foley. But yeah, you're looking at Tony Atlas at 72 years. And I don't know if he was actually scheduled to initially compete, if it was just supposed to be a convention and he's doing autographs and just wound up in the ring somehow. But this is such an incredible feat.
So I do believe that this was an actual matchup. This wasn't just a, hey, let's because he's here, throw it there type of thing. Like he teamed up with Mr. Joe Clean against Angel Reyes and the A player Anthony in a tag team bout.
Okay.
At the time, Anthony was actually the reigning champion, but if he got pinned in the bout, he could lose the title. So I haven't seen the matchup, but it's probably that Tony Atlas didn't do a lot of the heavy lifting, a lot of the dirty work per se, but did get the pin to then win that championship. This is his first singles title win since winning the EWA championship back in 98, I believe, 1998. And this event was all for a good cause as well. It raised money for the Wallington Little League. Just amazing news. And I love being able to see, hear, and share good news, good feel good stories like this, especially for somebody who, during our time at least, put in all of the work that was needed.
Yeah. I mean, I know we don't go quite as far back as him teaming with Soul Man Rocky Johnson.
Right.
But we remember watching Tony Atlas growing up. I mean, then he had his shtick with Abraham Washington.
Yep.
But I always felt that he could have really done something truly as a manager.
Okay. I mean, his talking was decent.
But you know, for him to go on and have this success away from the big companies and not needing that spotlight anymore.
Right.
Again, I'm sure he might have been the big name brought in for a small show. But that's something we see on the regular.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. So, Lucy, thank you so much for coming in, saying hello, saying that you got something you're handling, but once you're free, the squad's going to pull up on the stream. We appreciate that greatly for sure. We're really looking forward to seeing and having all of you here with us. Before we get any further, there is so much that happens here with Turnbuckle Studios that we figure you should know all about it and what our programming is all about.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays, let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap Delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day, and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our weekly calendar, including special events. And we want you to meet the team behind those shows. Carl Carafel, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, Logan Thompson, and Chris Best. Go to our individual links under the host sections. Click on our individual names to get our socials and watch our latest weekly live episodic programming. All of that and more at turnbucklestudios.org.
And we come to something now that I think is a little bit controversial. And I say that because, well, when you start getting stakes in a company and doing promotion for that while you're in a position of power, could mean a couple of things. And that's exactly what's happening right now. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but Donald Trump has a lot of money. Did you know that?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Donald Trump right now is believed to have purchased between $15,001 and $50,000 of the TKO Group Holdings stock on March 25th, 2026. Now, this comes 2 weeks after the White House UFC event announcement was formally done. They are the parent company of both the UFC and the WWE. Trump has been heavily promoting the UFC Freedom 250 event that's happening at the White House on the South Lawn on June the 14th, which is Flag Day and his 80th birthday. Construction has already begun. Everything is already set and going in place for that. But there comes some ethics with this as well. And there is a name that came out of the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington group, who told the HuffPost that grifting has always been an issue in Donald Trump's presidency, but now the mask is off. Using the White House to promote a company whose stocks you bought while promoting it is one of the worst conflicts of interest you could imagine. The White House did not respond to HuffPost's recent request for a comment. They didn't. So we'll have to see if maybe at some point they do. But man, this really does pull into that whole responsibility and ethics portion of things, where you have the POTUS, you have the one who is the leader of the free world, let's say. This is huge. It's huge. I tell you, it's huge. Huge news where Donald Trump starts to purchase stocks in something that he's promoting for the White House. Do you see this as a conflict of interest?
I'm going to say no in this situation.
Okay.
We already know he is a WWE Hall of Famer, and I know there's been a lot of issues with that.
Right.
But I think that this is just him again investing money. Now, if he is using White House money, if it's out of his own pocket, sure, not a problem. If it is White House money, then absolutely.
Right.
But we also know that there is a lot of UFC. I mean, it's a UFC show, but there's a lot of WWE involvement with this show as well. So I think this is him maybe trying to just capitalize a little bit. And I mean, I'm looking at this situation as well. And I mean, another piece of news out of TKO is that, I believe it's Ari Emanuel and Nick Khan have bought shares in the Las Vegas Raiders.
Right.
So, you've got to sort of weigh one with the other. So again, if it's taxpayer money, I have huge issue with it. If this is money out of his own pocket, out of his kid's inheritance, all the power to him, because he's just investing it and that money is going to grow.
Right.
If in 4 years he all of a sudden takes over ownership of TKO, then I'm going to have a huge issue.
As of right now, from what I am understanding, is that it was his own money. And that, I mean, he's not even taking a paycheck from the White House, to my understanding. So if he's not even taking that paycheck from the White House and he's just kind of doing this because, well, he has money and he doesn't need any more money, then good for him.
Yeah.
He's not going to be president forever. He needs to make sure that he is investing in things as well. And what a way to just, for myself anyways, to look at it, to say, he's not necessarily like trying to, do anything shady in that respect, but he's more investing in his future after his presidency, and as well trying to build a good relationship and rapport with the company, right?
Yeah.
Now, would we have these same issues if they were having Coca-Cola Day and Trump decided to go and invest in Coca-Cola stock?
I'm sure it would be coming up to a much lesser extent.
Okay.
But I'm sure that there would be those types of issues.
Right. Right. So yeah, I mean, like if you take a look at it from that respect, right? Bubba's coming in saying the law is, as president, you can't own a company. Nothing says you can't do what he did. Exactly. He just invested into a company to secure a little bit more for his future later on after his presidency. Joe, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you so much. If you weren't here at the very beginning of the show, 23 episodes away from 500, man. That is absolutely insane. Joe being one of the guys that started all of this. Him and I, took Turnbuckle Talk. And then it's just kind of grown and flourished from there. So, Joe, thank you for your part in all of this as well. And he's saying that he's not as evil as people let on. Joe says, plus I'm Canadian, so what he does doesn't really affect me at all. In a roundabout, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah, good for him. I think this is just him going and investing in his future, investing in what he needs to do, and that's really about it. So, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Let him do his thing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely let him do his thing. Like, why not? I mean, essentially, why not?
Yeah.
That's it. We do have some WWE news and let's say some AEW news as well that has people talking and questioning what the heck is going on. So WWE's NXT is having their Great American Bash 2026. And it was announced. But it's also announced that it will oppose AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door. So they are both going to be happening the same night. Interesting.
Yes. Let's put a third one in there because earlier that afternoon, we will have TNA's Slammiversary.
True.
So this is absolutely huge. And I know we've talked about this ad nauseum, the counter programming. And again, I'm not a huge fan of this. I mean, AEW was doing well on the Sunday night, so you can let the WWE have the Saturday. We know that with this, for the Great American Bash, it's also the first time their PLE will be broadcast on the CW.
True.
So I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things right now. There's just so much wrestling content out there that it's really, really hard to pick. And Forbidden Door has never been a horrible show. It's been one of AEW's better and more consistent shows.
Oh, yeah. Right? So, like, now we're looking, is this maybe just a power play on WWE's part? Is that kind of what maybe we're seeing, considering that, Forbidden Door has always been a very good show for AEW and New Japan? There's really no need for NXT to run on the same day, essentially at the same time, especially when we're already getting, TNA, WWE, they're kind of in partnership together already.
Right.
So we've got Slammiversary in the afternoon. Did we really need now another pay-per-view or PLE from the WWE? Because I'm sure the WWE is helping produce Slammiversary.
Right. Now it doesn't say anything about what trying to find where where Great American Bash is being shown from. But they talked about WrestlePalooza countering AEW All Out in September last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've also had the Great American Bash go up against All In a few years ago.
Right.
So, I'm equating this to, 30 years ago when we had the luxury of having Raw on Mondays, Nitro on Tuesdays here in Canada. And you getting that pay-per-view every week. So why couldn't you wait a week?
Right. So now I do have to mention as well here that, you mentioned the WWE has technically already done this. They have already done what is happening now, this counter programming. And it was pretty much deemed unsuccessful. They did it for Double or Nothing. They did it for All In. And both of those shows for AEW drew strong attendance and pay-per-view buys. Why are you subjecting yourself to that again? Do you really believe that the, third time's the charm and you're going to take down AEW with this? Heck no, especially when you've got New Japan Professional Wrestling included with that. You tried Double or Nothing. You tried All In. Both of those were just AEW shows, and now you're going to try with New Japan as well?
Right? And then, of course, like, because I don't believe that Slammiversary is anywhere near where the Great American Bash is going to be, as that is in Boston.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to get that partnership worked out that you're going to get certain superstars to be able to fly quickly from Boston to wherever Great American Bash is? And are you trying to do a cross-branded event with Slammiversary?
Yeah. I mean, WWE really needs to learn from the history.
Yeah.
And I mean, unfortunately, they're just repeating history. I think it's great that, you know, we've got the Great American Bash is going to be happening. I think it's great as well that we've got Forbidden Door again, that it is happening, because, well, this is something that we've talked about for years. You know, the speculations of, ooh, what if this person and this person were to meet up in a matchup, right? Like, that's always been there. That's always been on our minds for many different people, for many different stars, for many different companies. AEW gave us that.
Right.
And now the WWE once again is trying to counter program. And I think it's just going to end up being the same thing once again. Unfortunately, I don't think that it's really going to matter.
I mean, are you going to counter in the Great American Bash by returning for the night Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor to NXT for matches, just so you get that New Japan Pro flavor?
I mean, they could possibly, but I still don't believe that even that's going to be enough.
No,
it definitely is not. I don't believe so as well.
I mean, and I'm going to say this because we talked about it earlier. If WWE's were to sign Mike Santana, is that where you debut him?
At Great American Bash?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Sounds like a good idea to me. Yeah. Obi versus Brock 3 that night. Okay, now that may skip the tail, or skip the tails. Tip the scales. But they're on regular programming. They're not on NXT. So,
yes.
You know, it just really wouldn't make much sense to have Obi Brock 3 NXT.
In NXT. Yeah.
Yeah. Although, cool idea. I think it would be really awesome, but yeah, but money is money. You're right.
Yep.
You're right for sure. Money is money.
Yep.
I think it would be a disservice to both Oba and Brock to do it that way.
Yeah.
I think anyways. You know what else is a disservice? All of those who are not repping merchandise from Turnbuckle Studios. We have got a number of different products for you, and I want to give a huge thank you to the one who just purchased one of our shirts. I don't know who it is as of yet. They haven't messaged me. They haven't sent anything over, but I have an idea of who it may be, and I am very proud to say that we have sold another t-shirt. The Jesus is my tag team partner t-shirt has been sold. Anyways, enough of me rambling on about it. Here's what we've got for merch.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. And we encourage you to please visit our shop, powered by redbubble.com, so it is 100% safe and secure. Where support your favorite shows and your favorite podcasters. Wear what we wear. All of those proceeds come back into our studios to bring you a better experience. And as Carl just did, send us your info, take a pic, tag us, whatever it is, and we will give you a shout out live right here on air during any one of our weekly programs. All of that and more, turnbucklestudios.org.
We have a lot of great merchandise that is over there, but something that is even greater is that there are people who enjoy making and creating documentaries. I, for one, am a fan of watching documentaries, so this excites me quite a bit. Now, we all know that, this past weekend, the original El Grande Americano was revealed, was unmasked, and we found out that it was, surprisingly enough, it was Chad Gable, man.
Right?
But what's even more nice about this is that there is a documentary that is going to be coming out. And to my understanding, I'm hearing that it's supposed to be like a 9-part documentary. So this is going to be an immense, in-depth documentary on Chad Gable's injury recovery. I don't know how you can span that over 9 parts unless you're doing like 15 to 20 minute episodes.
Right.
It's gonna air on YouTube. Okay. So on Monday, Chad Gable announced that fans will get an inside look at his comeback through a 9-part series chronicling his road to recovery that is going to air on YouTube. This is what he wrote, and thank you, eWrestlingNews.com, for this article that I can take this information from. It says, I've spent my entire career preaching discipline, preparation, and accountability. Then I got hurt. For the first time in my professional wrestling career, I was forced to stop and figure out who I am when the thing I've built my life around gets taken away. So I'm bringing you with me. It says, starting this Friday, follow my 9-part YouTube series as I rebuild from the ground up through rehab, training, nutrition, setbacks, victories, and everything in between. New episodes every Friday, no shortcuts, no excuses, no pretending. Every day is a good day. So, yeah, like that's amazing. And I mean, legitimate shoulder injury.
Yeah.
Right? Legitimate injury. And we are going to be taken through that recovery process. I'm assuming maybe through like from Chad Gable, because I have no other information as to who's doing the documentary, who recorded the documentary, or even where it's going to air.
Well, and I'm trying to remember back because I believe Chad Gable, when he graduated Full Sail, did it in film and production.
Okay.
So maybe this is just him. Maybe this is his live chronicle.
Maybe.
Like maybe he just did this with his cell phone, or maybe he had a video camera and he's just recorded it, showing, set up the ring lights, all of that himself, like we do in our own studios.
Right.
And I mean, he could have just as easily done it that way. Now, I mean, again, don't quote me on this. I'm just speculating here. That's my thought. I'm not 100% sure.
Right. I'm not either. And I tried digging a little bit further and doing a little bit more research just to see if I could find more, but I can't yet. I haven't been able to find anything except that it's set to air on YouTube. So yeah, I need more info on this. If it has any information on it, please leave us a comment down below, whether you are on Twitch, whether you are on Kick, or whether you are on YouTube here for us. Leave a comment. Let us know if you have more information on this Chad Gable documentary, who's done it, where it can be found on YouTube, like under which, profile, whatever channel name, give us that information. We would love to hear that from you. And while you're doing that, let us know your thoughts on the recovery of Chad Gable and your thoughts on the documentary once you were able to see it. We have many partnerships here with the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. But one of the great new partnerships that we have is with Dubby. If you don't know, Dubby is an energy supplement drink. There's 0 sugars, maltodextrin fillers. There's no artificial colors or dyes, secret formulas, hidden ingredients, or no gluten. It has none of any of that. Unique flavors, custom made by Dubby. You'll never taste their product anywhere else. When purchasing, the drinks come out to about $1 a piece, which is cheaper than your Timmy Ho-Ho's Double Double. And you can have it every day. And it's so much better than any type of canned drink that you can get. We are in partnership with Dubby, and we have a promo code for you. Go over to dubby.gg. That's dubby.gg. Make your purchase and use the code TB Studios at the checkout while you're there, and save yourself some cash. And if you have ever thought about getting into what we do here, this type of programming, this type of content, and these types of partnerships, this is how.
A Turnbuckle Affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, and all the information is there. Hit the join button, email us your credentials, tell us how you believe you can help us, how you feel we can help you. We will sit down as a collective and find the right fit. All of that and more, turnbucklestudios.org.
And we come to the point in the show where we talk about our showstopper segment.
On his feet. Oh, my God in heaven.
And this one is huge for fans of independent professional wrestling. Now, we always talk a lot about the WWE or AEW because, well, they're the two big companies. We throw in some TNA and maybe a little bit of Ring of Honor, but we don't really give quite much of a shine to those companies that are still just, giving us beautiful content over on YouTube. And one of those companies is Major League Wrestling. MLW has returned with their weekly programming, and they came back strong with a 2-hour premiere. And I watched it, and I am telling you, it was amazing. I was blown away by what I saw. I was so happy with the content that was given to us. And I mean, it's legendary. This is absolutely amazing. Now, you said that you have seen some clips, that you weren't actually able to see the entire show.
Right.
I highly encourage you, go and watch it when you can.
That might be tonight's viewing. As I will be looking for new product to watch in this time slot. I mean, I'd probably watch NXT a little later, but I've got some time to kill after the show before that. But yeah, this came back at 6:05 on Saturday, which Court Bauer, who is the president of MLW, did in a power move, I guess, to throw tribute to the late Ted Turner, as 6:05 was the time slot for Georgia Championship Wrestling and WCW.
Yeah. Which is why we do ours at 8:05.
Right?
Yep. So the lineup for this show itself, the return, and we got to see the MLW World Champion Killer Cross and Scarlett in a press conference. We had Alex Hammerstone versus Bishop Dyer. We had the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows versus Joe and Mark Coffey. Okay, like that alone, worth it. Joe and Mark Coffey, yes.
Right?
We had Diego Hill versus Adam Brooks. We had Austin Aries taking on Trevor Lee. We had Scarlett Bordeaux taking on Aaliyah James. We had Zamea debut. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry. We had the women's champion right now, Shako. She addressed Shotzi Blackheart after Shotzi took on Priscilla Kelly and then called out Nakajima and said, I'm coming after you. I want that championship. I want that title. And then we had a little bit more on the Don Gatto's legendary origins within the world of professional wrestling. It was packed.
You said Scarlett Bordeaux was in action.
Yes. Yes.
Right there.
Now you're hooked.
It's blown. My mind is blown. The smoke show herself, Scarlett Bordeaux.
Yep. She took on Aaliyah James.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm trying to remember the last time I saw Scarlett in action, and I think she was a member of TNA or Impact Wrestling at the time.
And a huge thank you to Court Bauer, because this is Court Bauer's company. This is his doing. This is what he is bringing forth. And he has gone on the record to say that he loves when it is just on YouTube. He wants to be able to give all of this to everyone for free.
Right?
He gets the numbers of people coming in who are paying, who are buying tickets, who are getting all of that done. So he's able to do this, to give us amazing stars like Austin Aries. Austin Aries was just here in Out City not that long ago.
Right?
Trevor Lee, the Good Brothers, the Coffey Brothers, Bishop Dyer. Like, these are huge names. And Killer Cross and Scarlett. Like,
again, we speculated on this earlier. Can I get Mike Santana versus Killer Cross?
Right? Okay, I'll go one further. Can we not have Mike Santana versus Alex Hammerstone?
Right?
Against Bishop Dyer or Baron Corbin, as he was in the WWE?
Right?
Could you imagine against Trevor Lee? Trevor Lee's a pretty good worker and a good-sized guy himself, right?
Yep.
Like, come on.
And I know we have such a plethora of wrestling between regular TV streaming platforms and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look, Pluto has an Impact Classics channel. I believe Tubi has an MLW channel. So you can go and you can get all of those classics. So for MLW, this is absolutely huge. I've never really been able to truly watch and really experience MLW.
Oh, dude.
And I hope, like, because I was really worried. I had heard, I was really worried that this was just going to be okay. MLW is back for a season, and then they're going to take, 2-3 months off to recover and come back with the next season. I hope that this is going to be weekly, just like everybody else.
Yep. I'm really hoping so as well. So maybe this will help steer you a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to name some of the roster. And these are some huge names that people know. We're looking at, Killer Cross, but we're looking at Kushida. Okay, we're looking at Donovan Dijak.
Yep.
Donovan Dijak and Bishop Dyer are the tag team champions right now. International sensation Blue Panther. Matt Riddle. Shotzi. Scarlett. Anderson and Gallows. Lady Frost is over there. And we've discussed Lady Frost before and how amazing she is. She is there. Wolfgang is there. Paul Walter Hauser is over there. Ultimo Guerrero is working with them. Beastman is there. Alan Angels is there. Jesus Rodriguez is there. There's many others. And then you're looking at Tom Lawler. Tom Lawler is there on commentary.
Oh, okay.
Filthy Tom Lawler.
Yeah.
He is there doing commentary. So the roster isn't huge over there, which means that we can have some amazing stories and some amazing work and be able to see a large nut Mystico. Did I mention Mystico?
No.
Mystico's there too. Right? Like, it is just absolutely insane. MLW should be blowing up bigger than it is right now. And that is why we are here. That is why we need to talk about it. That is why we need to make sure everybody knows MLW Fusion is back.
Yes.
The return of their weekly shows is back, and you have to check it out on YouTube.
Yes. I know we discussed MLW a few weeks ago with it because they've got a crossover show with, I believe, CMLL in New Japan coming up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to sit and check this out starting tonight.
Oh, if not tonight, then it dang well better be soon, because it needs to be seen, and it needs to be seen by everybody, because the action is just that good. Yeah. OM Dynamic, I want to thank you for being here. This is a good episode. We, just about an hour here. It's been real. It's been fun. Heck, it's been real fun to have you here. I want to remind everybody to go to turnbucklestudios.org. That is the home website for Turnbuckle Studios, where you can check out the latest shows, where you can check out the merch, where you can check out the hosts as well. Click on each person's picture, and it's going to take you directly to their little place on the internet. For OM Dynamic and for myself, Carl Carafel, thank you for being here with us. Remember, everyone, the world's a scary place. Take care of each other.
Flagship show setting the tone. In the world of wrestling, we stand alone. With news and reviews, we lead the way. Turnbuckle talk every day. Turnbuckle talk every day.